This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10, and it reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Yahweh being the name of the Father, who the world everybody calls God. Yahweh, meaning He exists. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahushai, who the world everybody calls Jesus Christ. Yahushai, meaning He is salvation. Bahashem, in the name. Rakaha Kodash, Spirit Holy. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwathim listening and learning in sincerity and in truth and in silence, Shalom. Akyam, meaning brothers, Akwathim, meaning sisters. Shalom, meaning peace, be unto you. It's your brother Shema from the GMS Toronto camp, here in Toronto, here with another lesson. And we'll get right into it. Right? 'Cause all roads lead to the MOTB. And all polycrises that we see arising will lead to the MOTB. The state of the economy, the collapse of the economy, the collapse of the dollar, the food chain being disrupted, famines, pestilences, all these polycrises will lead to the MOTB, the Revelation 13 verse 16 on down. The CHIP, the grain of rice, which will be mandated worldwide. Revelation 3 verse 10, and it reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience," right? Patience meaning to suffer. And who acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. The elect are going to be brought through this fire, the time of Jacob's trouble, ultimately leading to the deliverance from the missiles. But the elect are gonna be here, going through Jacob's trouble. Revelation 3 and 10, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience," suffering in this truth, catching hell in this truth, "I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation," right? The hour of temptation, right? The presentation and the decision having to be made whether you take the CHIP or not, right? And they're gonna make these elites are gonna make it so you have to take it. Look at the dry run, the test run they did a few years ago with the serpent piss, making everybody have to take that serpent piss. A lot of people took it, man. Those same people that took it, they're gonna be the same people that line up for the CHIP. So this hour of temptation is gonna be, you can't work, you no longer are employed. You can't provide for your family. You can't keep the lights on. You no longer have the privilege to drive. Healthcare. Buying and selling. Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. The whole world going to be presented with this hour of temptation. Right? The time of Jacob's trouble. The time of, do I take the CHIP or do I not? 11th verse, "Behold, I come quickly," Yahushai. "Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." Right? Hold on to this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding. Hold it fast, that no man take thy crown. Right? We want deliverance. This place is polluted. Right? And 2/3 of people, they trust in the shadow of Egypt. They're gonna say, "Man, I gotta eat. My kids are starving. Man, I need my job. Man, I need my 401k. right? It's all going to be geared towards the cares of this life. Right? And 2/3 of people, they don't have the eye salve. They don't have the knowledge. They're rejected. They're reprobates. The Lord's not dealing with them. Right? They're going to be allocated for the famines and the FEMA camps and the Gurga troops. Isaiah 30:1, woe to the rebellious children, right? 2/3 of our people, the rebellious, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, right? They rely and they place their faith in everything but Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They rely and place their faith in their career, their education, their 401k, their retirement plan, their 5-year plan, their 2-year plan, their vehicle, their woman. If she's a woman, their men. Their bricks and mortar, their stocks, their bonds, their money, their lucre. Right? Their false gods, their idols that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, right? Cover with a covering, right? Scriptures say, I will destroy the covering cast over all the nation. Let me get it. I butchered it. Isaiah 25. Verse 7, it reads, and he will destroy in this mountain, these governments, Esau, Edom's government, his rulership, the face of the covering cast over all the people, right? The covering, you know, you've been labeled an American, you've been labeled a European, you've been labeled Irish, Black, Spanish, Negro, South African, African, Christian, Baptist, Protestant, right? These are the covering cast over all the people. And the veil that is spread over all nations, right? And the Lord has put the Spirit on the prophets, the men of the Lord, to make Esau bare and to expose this madman, expose the covering cast that had been cast over all the people, all the nations. Right? The Israelites, the hidden ones. That's how the Lord is doing away with these labels, these labels that have been given to the people, the nations, through Esau and his pseudoscience, Esau and his fornication, his philosophy. Back in Isaiah 30, verse 1, once again, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, right? And Jake out here saying they're Christians and they're Buddhists and they're YOLO. Only God can judge me. That they may add sin to sin. Right? Sin upon sin is iniquity. That walk to go down into Egypt. America the great. Spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. Right? 2/3 of our people trust in the Babylonian dream and have not asked up my mouth to strengthen themselves. Salakia. And have not asked up my mouth, right? They don't seek the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, right? They rely on daddy government. And to trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? The shadow. In order for a shadow to be cast, you have to be standing under a statue or a building or something to block out the sun, right? In order for a shadow to be cast, right? The shadow of Egypt, the image of Egypt, the image being the system, right? America the Great, right? The ancient Egypt, right? The gods, the philosophies, right? Fast forward to the Babylonian captivity, the Medo-Persian captivity, the Greek captivity, the Romans, Rome 2.2, which is Babylon the Great, America the Great, all birthed from Rome. Rome took on Greek mythology, right? These Edomites took on Babylonian entities, right? Then Babylonian entities stem from Egypt, right? The shadow of Egypt. America the Great, Babylon the Great is birthed on Egypt. Look on the dollar bill. You see a pyramid and an all-seeing eye. Right? So 2/3 of people trust in the system. Third verse. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Right? The strength of daddy government shall be your shame. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? You trusted in the system of America the Great, Babylon the Great. Your confusion, right? And the hour of temptation is coming upon all the world. And 2/3 of our people are going to trust in the shadow of Egypt. It says here, it shall be your confusion. Just like the serpent piss now. New revelations are coming out that the serpent piss has been was shoddy work, right? And these people are now ashamed. Same people that were, oh, you're a threat to me and my family. I don't feel safe because you won't drink the serpent piss, right? And these are family members saying these things to family members. These same people are ashamed right now. It's going to be the same thing when the sea hip drops, man. They're going to be ashamed. Scripture say a sore Revelation 16. Verse 2, and it reads, and the first, Revelation 16:1, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh Beshimel Shai upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, the mark being the device, and upon them which worshipped his image, the image being his system, right? 2/3 of people are going to bow to this system, this NWO, this CHIP, this Revelation 13 verse 16 on down, right? But it's saying here, a noisome and grievous sore fell upon them, right? That grievous sore is cancer. It's a tumor growth that's going to come from the result of receiving the CHIP, the grain of rice, the MOTB. Right? Thus saith the scriptures. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of great millstone to teach you on rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect.